Hi guys! So I just filmed my newest podcast episode that you'll probably have seen already before seeing this vlog. I'm just styling my lauder vest, which I just finished. I have it styled, let me try and show you, with a kind of linen skirt. This one is from Not Perfect Linen. And I thought I'd start my vlog right now. I actually have time off work next week. Today is my free day from my store work, but I'm doing YouTube work kind of today. So I've just filmed the episode. I'm going to edit it. It's about midday already because I took it quite slow this morning and wrote down quite a bit of quite a few notes, so I didn't forget. And I'm just really liking the look of the vest, so I wanted to show you how it looks. And yeah, I'm going to show you what I'm doing kind of making wise this next week, what I'm doing knitting wise, spinning wise, and sewing wise within this next week, just at the beginning of or mid-March of 2024. I hope you enjoy. I hope you're kind of having something to work on yourselves with you and a kind of like tea or something. And yeah, let me take you through my week as a maker. Let me show you my fabric stash. I have it all set up in like an IKEA basket, which is in a wooden basket just right beside my working station. I have like a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse that I can put away if I'm not working in my home office. And then I can take my sewing machine from like a bookcase that is mostly filled with books, but then I have made some room for my sewing machine and my ironing, my iron. And then I can just put it on my desk, and now I'm just sitting beneath it. We don't have a huge flat. Actually, we have kind of a small flat, but it's enough for the two of us. And yeah, this is how I have set it up. In this box, firstly, I have these two self-made patterns. This is a 3-way skirt and a 3-way top, but I actually just made this one, and I've shown it in my most recent podcast or the one before. I'm actually filming a vlog throughout this whole week, starting today. I just filmed my podcast episode, so you might have seen my new traveler crew neck, which I love. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get into all the fabrics. Last year, when I decided I wanted to get into sewing more, I looked online and I found this store called stoffe.de, which is probably just a German fabric store, online fabric store. And I got these 3 fabrics. They're all cotton, 100% cotton. I've got 2 of these waffle stitch ones, one in like a beautiful green and one in a rusty orangey red color. Both I could see myself knitting some children's clothes. Knitting? You could definitely tell I'm a knitter first. Both I could see myself sewing some children's clothes, some more project bags with. I actually made one project bag for my friend for her birthday. I could see myself making cushions from it, or the backing of another patchwork project, like a cushion. So I don't have any concrete plans for this. They could also turn out to be t-shirts or something like that. I've got each 1 meter of this. I'm, like I said, German, or as you probably know, I'm from Germany, so I don't know much about yards. I'm sorry if you're a sewist or a person that sews and this is a bit confusing to you. Trust me, the yard stuff is confusing for me as well. Okay, so the last thing that I have got from them, like I said, sometime last year, is this beautiful gingham. And I've actually got 2 meters of this, so I could see myself making a dress with this. I think it would be like really nice. Imagine this. I've been watching so many videos, so many tutorials. Now I've got my no waste or zero waste sewing book. I could see myself making any of the projects that I have saved, or like I said, one of the dresses that Brigitta Helmersson has in her book with this. So yeah, really nice color range, and I think they were quite inexpensive, but like I said, I got them when I didn't really have a clue what I was doing yet. Not that I have a huge clue now, but yeah. The next fabric is actually super drapey. I could tell that this is not 100% cotton, but I'm also not sure if it's 100% linen. So this is what it looks like. It actually looks like a thicker linen. We actually used this for like the longest time, for a couple of years now, as like a Christmas tree skirt. We just kind of flopped it around the tree to hide the tree stand. So yeah, I have just recently washed it because it has been laying on our floor throughout the last couple of years, each Christmas. I probably have at least 3 meters of this, maybe even like 3.5 or 4. So this could also become maybe a coordinating skirt and top, or like a top and pants. I could see myself making this like a really elegant coordinating set. I could also see myself making like a playsuit in this. Imagine this being like this, and then like with mini straps maybe. There's a beautiful pattern for a playsuit, or even for a boiler suit, in the Brigitta Helmersson book. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it. And like I said, I have no clue where this fabric comes from. And it's like a really natural grayish beige color. But yeah, it probably has to come from my mum or someone. Like, I really have no idea. But I have it, and now that I'm a sewist, if I can even call myself that, beginner sewer, I will use it. Next up are some gifted fabrics, and these are from Pigeon and Wishes. I got these from them as a gift to just try out, just like the white and yellow gingham that I have already made up into my first garment top, summer top, and these are what I have left. There are 2, and I've actually lost the little paper that had all the information about what was actually in here. Okay, so I've got this sanded tencel linen in cappuccino and lotus heat, which I guess are these 2. So a sanded tencel linen. I wouldn't have probably picked those 2 because this is quite like a yellowish. I'm not even sure if it's a good color for me, but it feels beautiful. This one, actually, the more I look at it, the more I like it. But I have no concrete plans for these 2. They were, like I said, gifted by Pigeon and Wishes. Can you focus? This is their information. They sent me over some beautiful buttons after they saw me use their buttons on one of my cardigans last year. And yeah, so I've got these 2, which I could see myself making some tops, maybe t-shirts, blouses, something with those. Although, like I said, I'm not sure if I would want something in this color, like covering my whole upper parts. It's really close to like my skin color, I guess, but this I think would look nice. Feel free to leave me your opinion about this in the comment section down below. And then I've got some yarn dyed linen gingham bubble in mandarin green and rust. Sorry, I'm not able to really see if that's true. And then the sunflower cotton gingham I have already used. And these are the things that they send me. And these I love. And I can totally see myself knitting blouses or like some type of top with those, or whichever. I think I've got like a meter of each. But actually what I'm thinking about doing is using this, it's kind of like a lining, kind of like a quilt lining. I have forgotten the correct term of it. I have gotten this from Cologne, from this self-made store as well. And it's a fleece line, voluminous fleece soy mix. And it's 150 centimeters soy, cotton, and polypropylene. Not sure, but it's kind of like the quilting, the lining. And then I was thinking, because I wanted to make that ruby vest, I actually got the pattern already, but now I need to print it. One of my goals for this week is actually getting some of my patterns printed, because I actually bought over the last like year a couple of patterns. I think like 2 project bag patterns, a dress, this vest, and some more. And I have some more in my wish list. I'm actually using Etsy to create kind of like a vision board for what I want my sewing to be like, because then I can actually get the pattern from Etsy, from the designer, immediately. But what I was thinking is that I could actually use this for my vest and then make it reversible, so that I had a vest in both gingham options. And then I could still see like how much I was left with of the gingham, and possibly do some like really small, petite, kind of like cutesy top, like summer tops, because it's like such a breathable and beautiful fabric. The last thing that I have, which is like kind of a big quantity of fabric, is this. You will have seen this quite a few times already. This is an old IKEA tablecloth. I mean, it's not old in the sense that I've had it for long. I've had this for like a year, and I actually got it for to start my sewing journey, because it was discounted at IKEA, and I was like, I love the way it looks. It has like these kind of like curry yellow threads woven into it. Otherwise, it's just a beautiful 100% cotton tablecloth. And I've made a couple of project bags from it. I actually have one here that didn't go the right way, because I didn't really know what I was doing with those, like yeah, it's not really staying shut like closed, and I have found that threading in kind of like these, I'm missing my words right now, but like having a double closure works out better. And then I have done that for some other ones, but yeah, this was kind of the intent for it. But yeah, I have some of this left over. I actually have some more scraps of this, and then there's just some more scraps left over, which I'm thinking about using this to create some kind of like strands to make some bows with for my sewing machine cover that I'm planning on making, or I have been making. So this starts my small quantity stash, kind of like scrap stash. I actually got these 2 colors from my friend for in my advent calendar. So this is like a curry color and like a baby blue, kind of like sea foam greenish colorway. It looks actually quite gray, but it's more blue green. These are from Prim, and there's like, it's like a muslin kind of fabric. It's 100% cotton, I think. Yeah, and it's like 50 to 60 centimeters is quite a small amount, but I have them in my stash now. I don't have a concrete plan of what to make with those, but maybe if I'm ever gonna sew for some kids, that might be a nice thing. The next thing is actually a kitchen towel. My mom got me this from one of her travels to visit my aunt in San Francisco, or her aunts, my great aunts, and it's just beautiful. Why do I have this in here? Because it's not autumn. When it's autumn, I have this set up in my kitchen. It's just like a decorative towel. But because this is 100% cotton, I have been toying with the idea of cutting it and making some more project bags with it. If I don't get to it, like before the autumn time arrives again, I'll still put it back in the kitchen. Like, I'm not going to cut into it like if I don't have like a concrete plan, and I'm definitely going to sew with it because I don't want to lose this. Yeah. Now I've got two fabrics that I got secondhand from like a store. This one is like it's like a small square that you could probably use as like a dip, like a, I think it was probably meant to be a tablecloth. It has this like nice stitching again. I have no, like I said, concrete plans, but I was thrifting and I found this and I thought it would make a great project bag, like a cushion, something like that. Obviously, I don't have, when I buy like secondhand fabric for like $2, I don't ask myself, like I don't expect myself to have a concrete plan. If I'm buying like big quantities or like essentially things for projects, I want to have a project in mind. But with these scraps, especially if they're thrifted, I don't hold myself to very high standards, to be quite frank. And then I got this beautiful gingham style, like tartan. Is it tartan? And it's actually quite a bit of fabric. This is maybe like a meter. And I could see myself making a skirt out of this, maybe. I don't know. I don't think the camera loves this. But yeah. And I got these two for like a couple of euros. It wasn't that much. And I have already washed them before putting them into my stash. Next up, I actually had this. This is actually a prepared kind of like project bag already. Like I said, this is what got me into sewing last year, but I haven't finished it. This is like actually an old white shirt of mine that has stains on it that I'm not able to get out. So I thought if I ever needed some white linen fabric, which this is cotton or linen, I could use this. These are the cutouts for my swatch bag that I made. So if I ever wanted to make a lining for swatch bag again, I thought I'd keep those. I'm gonna put them with my other patterns. And then this is some more leftover stuff. I'm probably gonna throw this away because I don't even know what this is. I actually kept this mask. Who remembers COVID? Yeah. Some people wore these fabric masks that weren't really helping, but then there was a time where we all realized that these weren't really like medically I don't know, enough to keep you safe and other people safe. So but this had the most beautiful fabric, and I thought if I ever do a quilt, I'm just gonna get one square out of this. Obviously I have never really used it, and I have washed it, so it's just a piece of fabric that was handmade into something that was really not very functional. But it's really beautiful, so I have it in here. But yeah, it's a bit odd to have like a COVID mask, unused COVID mask fabric. But yeah, this is my stash. So I have some more of this fabric that I got by shortening a dress of mine. That was just a store-bought dress, and I had shortened it, and I have made some scrunchies out of this. Actually, I have just made one scrunchie that turned out nicely. All the other ones turned out pretty not so nice, and I have to redo them. And then there's just some more of this ends and like odds and ends of this of this cotton sunflower gingham that I got gifted by Pigeon and Wishes, and then of my tablecloth by IKEA. And I think I'm gonna divide these two now. The kind of like idea that I had before is that I'm gonna put in the odds and ends on the bottom of my I mean, this is still enough to make a couple of scrunchies with if I ever want to do that, or cut out some squares for a patchwork quilt. So I'm gonna keep all these odds and ends, which hopefully I'm gonna make some more. I'm gonna make some more of these scrunchies because I told myself I really wanted to. They were quite nice gifts. I'm gonna put all of these things in here. I actually have some more left over of the like not perfect linen squares. I didn't put in any of the gingham style ones, and I might want to make something with them again in the future, so I'm going to put that in here as well. I'm actually going to put the card with all the information of my beautiful things from Pigeon and Wishes in here too. And then hopefully you're gonna get everything in here. So that's it. It doesn't exactly close all the way at the moment. I have a lid for it, but the goal is for this not to overflow. Like, this is as much as I really want to have fabric wise, because otherwise I think it'll get overwhelming. I'll probably at some point divide the like kind of like scraps and odds and ends into maybe some zipper bags and like maybe put them to the side. But like, as far as whole garments fabric quantities goes, I think this should be enough for a beginner sewist. I'll just have to get through some of them before deciding if I want to spend more money on any fabric, I think. But yeah, this is my fabric stash as a beginner sewist. And actually, now that I'm here and my hair looks, I mean, I'm very glad that I have such like thick and wavy and long hair, but I actually, it drives me crazy sometimes. And I have actually decided to go to the hairdressers next week. I've actually had that appointment set for some time now, but I really can't wait to get a new haircut. It won't be a drastic change, but actually last time I asked her to put in more, because it has gotten quite long, I asked her to put in some more kind of like, what do you call that? Like layers. And I think she had a different idea about what a lot of layers meant. So I would love for it to have more layers, maybe chop off the ends, the dead ends, and then I'm gonna get some bangs again. I actually had bangs for most of my life, just last 2 years I didn't, but like for most of my life I had bangs, and I can't wait to have more bangs again. Like, I want this look. I want this 70s, like, I don't know, vibes. But yeah, you'll see sometime this video, probably me getting a haircut. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna get some more knitting done. I'm actually gonna edit my knitting making podcast, and yeah. So actually I just found the Pigeon and Wishes buttons again that they had sent me, and I am holding on to some of them for some future projects, maybe even for some kids knits, because some of them are quite colorful and not so much something I would use myself. But I ran into these, and I thought, why not do an impromptu giveaway? So if you would like to receive these 6 buttons by Pigeon and Wishes that were kindly gifted to me, and I would like to extend that gifting gesture to you, comment with, what should you comment with? Comment with your favorite sewing pattern of all time, because as you would probably think, I am on the hunt for nice sewing patterns, and as I have just too many of these buttons to ever use, and I think I'm more likely to use these two, I thought that I would just give those, and I hope someone out there would really love to receive them. So yeah, comment down below your favorite sewing pattern and I'll send these out to whoever wins. I'll just put it in a random comment picker in a week's time or 2 weeks time. I'll put it in the description box, all the kind of like rules. There won't be any rules, but I'll set a date for when the giveaway will be finished, and you should be 18, but I think that's obvious. Okay, bye. Okay, so I got some sewing patterns printed. But yeah, I'm gonna cut them out now. I'm gonna measure myself to see which size I should make. I did the thing again where I was talking to the camera without recording for like four minutes. So I have to go to my therapy session now. So it's 7:45 in the morning, and I have to go now. I'm just drinking my coffee, and I'll have breakfast later on when I get back home. I just wanted to kind of come on here and say I haven't been filming a ton. It's more so some small snippets of what we've been doing, but we actually had to escape the house quite a bit because we are our landlords are having the upstairs flat completely redone. It's been so loud, and it's been really difficult for me to just accept that we're not really able to be around like just in our flat, which was the intended purpose of our time off work, because we wanted to kind of like get organized, do some spring cleaning, do some gardening, and get our balcony ready. But yeah, we've only been able to be at home with our earplugs in and just really try to not get completely overwhelmed with it, because like I mentioned on Instagram, I'm really sensitive to like any auditive distress really gets me here. Like I get really anxious because of it. But yeah, we're trying to make the best of it. Like we're off work, we want to relax. I want to do some sewing today and I want to take you along. I have been mostly knitting these last couple of days that we have off work already. I just opened the doors, hope you can hear the birds. Just air out the flat. And yeah, I'm gonna go to therapy now. I'm gonna come back, have some breakfast, and then hopefully do some sewing and some gardening, and maybe show you the progress I've already made on my whips since my last update. I just thought I'd do a little vlog slash whip update like episode in here, maybe show you some of the yarns that I have picked out for my next upcoming project. I actually have one finished object already this since last episode, and yeah. And obviously I went to my hairdresser's appointment and I am so happy with it. I wanted like a shaggy look, wanted to get my bangs back. I actually had bangs for most of my life, just not here on YouTube. So if anyone sees me now, they're like, oh yeah, you look so different. I mean, I have not had this exact look in my hair ever before, but I have had bangs for most of my life. But yeah, I was really, I don't know, I saw a couple of pictures on Instagram, then I went to Pinterest. I made this whole mood board of what I want to look like. I actually saw this one lady, she does like design or like styling videos, and she had some sort of bangs and like lots of layers situation, and I was like, I want to look like her. So I brought all of these pictures to my hairdressers, and she's amazing. I've been going to get my hair cut by her for like 10 years now. So yeah, I'm super happy. I mean, now they're still styled like with a blowout like she does. They'll look a little bit more messy and like more curly. I have lots more waves in my natural hair than what she has put in because of the blowout. But I mean, I love the styling that she does, but my natural hair is a lot more curly, kinky, wavy. But yeah, you'll see. I'm super happy. I've really got to go now because I don't want to be late. See you later.
All of the videos in this Sewing for Beginners series so far, then give yourself a pat on the back. You now have all the skills you need for your first clothing project. A few reasons why I think pajama shorts are the perfect first project for beginners.
Okay, so I thought I'd do a little project update. I have come to a point with my sewing project. Here are the little pockets for my shorts, like PJ shorts, where I have to wait for a elastic band to arrive so I can put it in here. And this actually becomes kind of a PJ shorts that I can wear. So I have put it to the side for now. And I have found with sewing specifically that I do have to take my time. I can't rush things because otherwise they just all go wrong. Oh. A package arrived. All right, so a wraps per inch tool. I got this for my spinning, and then I got a thimble for my hand quilting. So this is by Clover and this is by Twig and Horn, and I got these two things and then 8 balls of the double Sunday in the colorway that I need for my blanket, and maybe eventually another Stella quilt cushion, because I would love to do the second motif in her pattern. As you probably know, if you've watched my videos before, I did test the Stella quilt cushion for Laura Penrose, but I did the kind of like multicolored version, and I would love to make another one with just one accent color. And so now that I have my thimble, I can go on hand stitching. I actually hurt myself trying to hand stitch it without a thimble, because then the needle slipped underneath my fingernail, which really hurt. So I stopped at the beginning of the week and I put it to the side. But I thought what I could also do is show you my project progress and put on my 2 knitting, like my 2 jumpers that I'm currently knitting, and show you what progress I made. So let's try those on. So this is my Cumulus blouse in Sayer 20 and soft silk mohair. This is how far I've come so far. So I will have to maybe do about this much more for the body, which is just stockinette around, and then I'll do the I-cords details, and then I'll just have to do some sleeves, and I will probably do bracelet length sleeves. And secondly, I'm working on my storm sweater. I'm so excited for this one. I mean, I'm excited for both, but I honestly can't wait to wear this. Like, just with some jeans, it'll block out a bit, but it already has a good amount of positive ease, not too much, it's not too oversized. But this is how much I've got so far. They're at a similar point, both of them. And so the progress I've made, my progress keeper is here. So it's a good 10 centimeters. I love the barber cords for this. I just leave the needle in here and I just put the barber cord on the ends, and then I just slip it in as much as I need for my body to fit in. And so yeah, I've got a progress keeper here, and so this is all the progress I made within the last about a week. And with this one, I think it's the exact same amount, or maybe it's like 15 centimeters. My alarm is going off because I have to fold my dough, because I'm making sourdough bread at the moment, but I just wanted to show you the progress. So this is where my progress keep is at, and this is where I'm at. Can you tell? It's about 15 centimeters. And yeah, I'm really excited about both of these. I can't wait to wear them. Let me actually take this off again. I'm just excited. And my hair is going crazy, but yeah. And then, so I'm wearing my traveler cardigan by Ozetta, which I love. And let me show you the amount of progress I did at my pedicure and hairdresser's appointment yesterday. This is about maybe 2/3 of the leg. It's 20 rows of cuff. And then I have 10, 20, 30, 40 rounds of the leg, which I think I did either 50 or 60 stitches on the leg plus 20 stitches on the cuff. So I will have to look into my notes to see how far I can get. I will take this on all of the drives we are going to do. I'm going to take this on Saturday when I visit a friend in Mainz. We're going to go get brunch and just have a lovely day, the two of us. And yeah, we're going to the garden center in just maybe an hour whenever I've folded and shaped the dough to put it into the fridge. We're going to the garden center and I'm going to take this for like the little 10-minute drive there. Because I don't know, I just don't ever want to be without my knitting. And this is perfect. This bag I have gotten so many compliments for already. I got this when I was in the US last year from Knitting Nelly. She is one of my favorite project bag makers. She's a sewist and she makes beautiful bags. And I have unfortunately not made this myself, but I'm working on it. I mean, I hopefully will have some pajama shorts soon. These seem like in comparison to my head, they just seem massive, but like I said, they will have like an elastic in here and then they will just be like floaty. I did get those printed at like a copy shop in our town. These are the rosery shorts. And they are just 3 parts, the pockets and the front and the back part. And I had to cut these out twice and then the pockets 4 times. I'm just gonna roll these up so I can reuse them. If the first one works out well, that would be a nice thing to do. It cost me 21 euros to get this shorts, pajama shorts pattern printed, plus the ruby vest that I'm planning on making. So there was 3 like huge pages of paper printed out. I'm not sure yet on like whether that's a good price or not. I'll have to, I don't know, see with experience. I think I'm actually just gonna wrap this around here so I can see what pattern this is and put it next to my fabric stash. But yeah, I hope that this was interesting so far. I'm gonna go on with my day and then check back in with you later on. Maybe report on my progress. The other thing I've been knitting on quite a bit is my cozy comfort throw blanket, scrappy blanket, and just in the evenings whenever we're just watching TV, and that has been loads of fun. And now I have enough double Sunday to move on with my sweet shop blanket as well, so I hope to get some squares in on that as well. But yeah, these are my focus creative projects at the moment, and I'm super in love with them. Honestly, homemade sourdough bread just with some cheese and some butter is one of my most favorite things in life, and this turned out really good.